What's up, everybody? It's Dylan Risser from Paws, and today we're going to be going through our 20.3. We're going to do a full walkthrough of it, inside, outside. I'm going to show you everything this bad boy has on it. We're going to start up front. Right here, right away, we see our large A-frame storage box here. We have some tie-down spots up top too, so bring those logs a long time down. If we open them up, we have your two 30-pound propane tanks. Yes, you heard me right. 30 pounders. On the front, you notice right away that everything is coated in this black. This is a polyurea coating. What this is essentially is kind of like a rhino liner you put in your truck bed. It helps with abrasions, and when you run into stuff, it's less likely to dent. And also it helps cover the corners up here so no water will get in behind. Look up to the front here. This is our articulating hitch. It is from MORryde. It is a 2 5/16 inch ball hitch, and it sways side to side to give you some of that articulation, so when you're on the trails and this thing happens to tip from one side to the other, it won't impede your truck because it does articulate. So we look up, you notice right away our Paws symbol on our dual pane acrylic skylight here. And if you look up top, we do have another skylight above that, and also a large light bar, 50-inch light bar on top that'll pretty much light up the night sky when it's dark outside. So now that we've seen the front, I'm going to take you around to the side here. You can already see right away, this is our outdoor kitchen, stovetop griddle combo. You have some extra storage here to bring your plates, put your food down after you got done cooking. And here's your large Truma dual zone cooler, half freezer, half fridge, or all freezer, all fridge. The options are yours. As we continue around here, you see we have the option for a hot and cold water port right here and a small little sink area to wash some dishes out. And here's your pantry. So lift that up, goes on to this magnet here. You got some room for pantry, your spices, forks, silverware, whatever you guys bring along. As we look down here as well, you got your LP Quick Connect right underneath your brush guard here. So as we continue moving around to the side here, we have your drop down bar. This is a great area for hanging out, eating your food that you just cooked on your griddle. We have your triple aluminum steps here from MORryde. Your Lippert glass door, it has a shade system on the inside. And then every single window on this Paws unit here is dual pane acrylic windows, just like the front skylights. And on the inside, I'll show you, you have a shade system and also a screen system as well that you can use. As we continue to look up, lights right above the door, right beside the door. We have security cameras on all 4 sides, and Fusion Entertainment speakers, 2 on the outside here and then 2 on the inside as well that can be zoned off. And right now what I want to spend a lot of time doing is talking about our frame and suspension. So from the ground up here, the Paws unit is pretty cool. So our frame, it's all aluminum. It is huck riveted. There's absolutely 0 welds on it whatsoever. So you don't have to worry about any human error when it comes to welding. The rivets are put in mechanically, so day in and day out, they're very consistent. Our underbelly is actually diamond plated. It's diamond plated, it is also insulated, and what we do is we put 12-volt heating pads in the tanks in the underbelly, and then what we do is we also run the PEX plumbing above the underbelly, so that way you don't have to worry about any pipes freezing while in the underbelly. Our suspension, it is also from MORryde. It is a completely independent suspension. Each wheel is independent from one another. It is on airbags, and what's really cool about this is you can press a button on the Garmin tablet. It can raise this unit up 12 inches from where it's at now. When you're driving down the road, you want it up about 6 inches or so. And then this is in campsite mode, so it's all the way down, and you can do that, like I said, all by a click of a button on that Garmin app. So that way it's easier to cook, clean, hang out. So we continue around to the rear here. Another thing I actually want to point out too is our legless awning. It is a Thule 14-foot awning. It's got a wind sensor on it as well, so that way when it's all the way out and it gets a little windy, it'll retract itself back in. And when it's all the way fully extended out, it's about 10 foot out there, so plenty of room underneath your awning when it's all the way out. This is our Fagatti tankless water heater. It's continuous hot water all the time with this here. It's 6 gallons. Then looking down while we're down here, these are your recovery hooks as well. These are actually framed way back in here, so it's got a lot of structuralness to it. That way if you get stuck or your buddy gets stuck, hook up to the recovery hooks here and pull them out. So we go around to the back. You notice right away we have 2 full-size tires on swinging tire carriers, and we are in the open position here. So this ladder leads up into our rear storage room. This is also where our electrical system is at, and I'll explain that to you a little bit later. But as we look in here as well, we have our MORryde Safe Trail little guide here. This will help you get in and out of your rear storage. Your recovery panels here, recovery boards. So what happens here is that when you guys are stuck, you can just take these off the paws, put them underneath your tires, and it helps you get a little bit of traction so you can get out of whatever predicament you're in. Table here, if you want to fillet some fish or put some tools on, that's what we have it here for. This is on your swinging tire rack, and these are super easy to put back in when you're ready to travel. And I'll swing that in. It locks into position and you're ready to roll. As we look into the rear storage, there's some lights in there, outlets. What you're looking at up here is a waiter holder, or for your boots that are wet or dry, so you can hang them up there on that holder. And then we also have a vent in there, so that way if the waiters start to stink or whatever, you can easily vent that out. So what we do standard on the paws is 270 amp hours of lithium battery from Battleborn. And then our Victron electrical system is 1 3,000 watt inverter, 2 50 amp solar chargers, and then we also put 600 watts of solar on the roof. To upgrade that, we also offer an option to double everything that we give you. So when I say that, I mean an additional 270 amp hours of lithium battery, 2 of them, and then another 600 watts of solar on the side. So all in all, if you were to upgrade our solar, you were to get 1,080 amp hours of lithium battery, 1,200 watts of solar. So finally we are on the driver's side here. This is your heavy duty ladder to get to the top of the roof. Your roof, your walls, and your floor is actually all made of the same material. It is a TransCore composite. So what that is 2 fiberglass sheets thermally bonded together with some foam insulation on the inside that gives you the product here. There's not going to be any delamination on the inside or outside, being that nothing is glued on. And this thing, we've taken sledgehammers to these walls, hit them as hard as we could, and they just bounce right off. That's how sturdy these walls and ceiling and floor are. You got your black and your gray water outlets here. This is your Nautilus. So what this does, you can stick a hose up through here, and hook it in, and this allows you to fill up your freshwater tank, and also allows you to winterize and black tank flush and things of that nature. So we continue around your awesome frame, suspension again. This is your shore power here, 30 amp shore power. We have security cameras, and there's your light up top, right on our roof rack there. More brush guards here. And this is actually where you put in your portable solar panels right on the side. What we do is we give you 2 300 watt solar panels, and you just plug them right into here. We'll open this up. This is where your slide tray comes in and out for the outdoor kitchen. It is on the other side. So when that comes back in, you don't have much room for storage in here. That's why we give you some in the back as well. So now that we've hit the outside, I want to take you inside and take a look. Now that we're in the inside, let's take a look at the front here. What we have is a full-size queen bed, 60 by 80. We are in the sleeping position, and when you're done sleeping and you want to roll it up, it is on a rollover sofa. So it's a trifold mattress. It'll go to the back. You roll up your sofa, and you got good seating area in the front here. On each side of your sofa slash bed, you have t-shirt closets. I can open that up for you here. You can see in there. We have areas to hang your clothes up. You got a t-shirt hanger there. We also have some lights, and then outlets on each side, and then outlets on the rear. Here's those skylight windows I was talking to you about. On the bottom one, I have our shade system up, and on the top one, this is our screen. So I was just showing you the options you can get, or you can have them all the way open as well too. Windows here as well, they have the same shade system. From the bottom up and from the top down, you have a screen system. Solid surface countertops here as we move into our kitchen. Large sink here, some storage underneath, places to put things. We have our large oven and our stovetop, a Furrion microwave, and a large 16 cubic foot 12-volt fridge. So you got a full-on kitchen inside of here. More storage up top. Lots of places to store things. As we move around to the side here, this is one of my favorite parts of the Paws here. More storage up top. First of all, some overhanging cabinets here. We have a large window, and it got you a nice bar top on the inside too. So got your stools here we give you. Just sit here, eat your food, hang out, look at the nice view. And then when you're done eating and it's time for sleep, what you can do then is you can lift this out here, and this will actually go all the way down. And we have a bunk. So we have a bunk for an extra person to sleep on, and it's super easy to take up and down. So when we're ready to put it back up and use the bar again, just put it into place, you pull out. So what we did to the TVs then is we added a swivel mount. So what you can do is you can pull this all the way out, swivel it over. If you want to watch the game outside, you can definitely do so. And away you go. Watch TV from the inside or outside. Pretty cool. Pull that back in, swivel it up here. You're back in business. So we move on to the rear, to the bathroom. We actually put some cabinets to the sides, some overhang cabinets. Got a nice mirror here for you and a bowl. Here's some drawers. Give you some drawers for storage, some shelving underneath here. Got your toilet paper holder, your porcelain toilet. And one of my favorite parts is the large fiberglass shower, full body spray. We got a vent above, so all you tall guys can have plenty of room up there. Then we also put a shade system and a screen system on your vents as well. Finally, your Max fan air vent here, it's controlled by the Garmin app. So to open that up, you just press a button, it opens up, and you turn it on or off from the app. Pretty simple to do. So finally, I want to talk to you guys about the Garmin app, the Garmin tablet that we have here that controls pretty much everything on the Paws. So what you do is you press RV controls like I did. You press the pause button there and it'll take you right away to the home screen. This shows you the temperature on the outside. It shows you the inside temperature, what you can set your AC or furnace to. You can turn all the lights off, inside or outside. You can pretty much do everything. You can control the vent, the bathroom, like what I was talking about earlier. And what I want to do quickly is just kind of go through the screens. So this controls your lighting. So the light bulb there controls all your lighting. What you do is you just press on where you want to turn on or off, and right away it turns the lights on or off for you, and shows you all the different spaces that you can go to that you can turn the lights on and off. This includes your outside light bars as well. This right here controls all your stabilizer jacks and your power tongue front jack. So everything on here is electrical. So when you get to the campsite, you press what you want to be in, campsite mode. Well, if things get a little bit out of whack, you can choose one of these buttons here, and your stabilizer jacks will go down for you, whatever side you want. This right here controls your awning. So this extend, retract, and then this is your wind sensor mode I was talking to you about. So if you want to have it on a high sensitivity setting, you can press it twice. You're on the highest setting here, and that way if it's super windy, the awning will automatically retract in. This shows you all your tanks and the levels of your tanks. So when your tanks are full or have some water in them, in your freshwater tank, you press check tanks, it'll show you exactly where they're at. This is also where you can turn on your water pump, heater, and also heat up your tanks with the heated tank pads. This is your electrical page. This shows you where your battery percentage is at, shows you how much solar you're bringing in. You can turn your inverter on or off, and how much input load you want to have on your shore power. And finally, This is probably one of the most important pages here. This shows all your suspension. You can raise, you can lower, you can take it to a max height, you can kneel it, which simply means take it all the way down. And let's say you have a preset that you like the most. Let's say it's travel mode. Well, you press preset 1, it'll raise up to where you feel comfortable traveling in. This is your campsite mode page, so you can manually take up and down all your jacks. You can manually raise and lower it to whatever level you want to be at. So we went through all of the 20.3 on the inside and outside. Glad you guys tuned in. If you want to see more videos like this, please feel free to like, subscribe, and share. And then if you have any questions, feel free to contact your local dealer or visit the website.